get started in Shavasana today. So laying down with your head facing the room. And just take a couple of breaths here, settling into your practice today. Just beginning to tune into the body. We are getting a little jump start on our January practices. So we will be working with the Reiki principles as our theme for the first 5 months of 2025. And our first month in January is just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not worry. And you can use this as a mantra if you would like. But the focus here is letting go of anxiety and cultivating presence in this moment, right here, right now, which is where your power lies. When we are worried about the future or worrying about what could have happened, should have happened, thinking and focusing on the past, then we can get caught in that cycle of anxiety and fear and uncertainty. So this practice is reminding us to trust in the present moment, trust in surrendering to this moment, and taking time on maybe reflecting if there are any worries or fears that come up during your practice. And just acknowledging them without judgment, inviting healing energy to move through these spaces. So just tuning into the body here and noticing when you're thinking about if there's anything that you're worried about, anything causing you anxiety in this moment or earlier today, anything that's on your mind that you need to let go of. This is also our new moon practice for our last new moon of 2024. So we can think about clearing space, and just letting go of anything that we don't want to carry into this next year, into this next chapter. So releasing worry and anxiety and letting go of anything that isn't serving you. We'll walk the feet in towards the hips. And just take some windshield wiper motions with the knees side to side. Just let that movement be gentle and easy. Taking time to notice any tightness in the hips that we'd like to release. And bringing the knees through center, bring the soles of the feet together and just let the knees fall open to the sides. If you'd like to place blocks under to support, you can. And placing your hands on the belly here, just become aware of the breath. Noticing the rise and fall belly. This is often where we carry a lot of our worry and anxiety, here and in the heart space. So if you'd like to place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart space, you can, or both hands on the belly. Just envisioning that healing energy moving through this space, providing comfort and ease. Keep your hands here as long as you'd like, as long as feels needed. You can release them whenever you're ready. No rush. They can stay there the whole time if you'd like. If you'd like to release the hands down, placing the palms facing skyward to signify surrender and openness as we rest here, supported by the earth beneath us. On the inhale, releasing the blocks and drawing the knees back together. Draw both knees in towards the body, giving them a little squeeze, rocking side to side and massaging our lower back. And we'll drop the feet back down and take one of your blocks. We'll find supported bridge, pressing through the soles of the feet. Lift the hips and place the block under your sacrum, just below the lower back. Resting here. Feel the weight shift to the shoulders. You can place the other block between the knees if you feel you need a little more support. And the hands can rest on the rib cage or at your sides. Tuck the chin in towards the chest a little to create some length in the back of the neck. And just notice how your shoulders rest, pressed against the mat. Allow the weight shifted here to guide the release of any tension in the shoulders. Think about releasing anything that you're carrying around, anything weighing heavy. Sometimes when we are feeling a lot of anxiety or worry, it can feel like we're just carrying all of that tension in our shoulders and in our neck. See if you can allow the shoulders and the back of the neck to soften a little here, to release even just 1% of whatever you're holding on to. Press through the soles of your feet, lifting the hips, moving the block to the side, lowering all the way down, maybe taking the legs out long, stretching, reaching the arms up overhead, reaching through the fingertips and through the toes. And then rolling to one side, and then coming up into tabletop. Using your blanket if needed to support the knees. Knees stacked under the hips and wrists under the shoulders. Finding stability here, pressing through the hands and the top of the feet. On the inhale, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart space, gaze comes forward, tailbone rises. Exhale, rounding the spine, tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in towards the spine. Gaze comes towards the navel. Inhale, coming into cow, dropping the belly. Opening the heart center forward. Exhale, pressing through the hands, coming into cat, rounding through the back side of the heart center. Move through these at your own pace. Take any movement that feels nourishing to your body. Taking your time. If there was anywhere that was speaking to you as you were scanning your body, and just noticing if you're holding on to any worry or anxiety. Sometimes that shows up as tension or just a sensation of any kind. Spend some time in these spaces. Invite the breath into these spaces to help release some of that. We'll come back to a neutral tabletop. Draw the right knee forward towards the right wrist, coming into pigeon, sending the left leg back. You can bring a block under that right hip if you'd like. Make any adjustments. Your shin does not need to be parallel to the top of the mat. The closer it is, the more sensation you will likely feel. You can bring a bolster, come down to the forearms, or stay up on the hands. Just find where your edge is here, where you can find stillness, where you can surrender into this. Check in with your hips. Make sure they're kind of level as much as you can, as much as feels comfortable. Just notice anything arising in that right hip. Any sensation at all. Sometimes when we get stuck in that cycle of fear, we feel a little unstable, a little ungrounded. This is a grounding posture. Releasing some of that built up energy might be causing fear from our root chakra. We store our emotions in our hips, in our tissues. It can get a little bound up sometimes. So use this time here in stillness to just think about releasing anything you need to let go of from this space. Walk the hands up, releasing the block to the side. And sending that right leg back. Maybe lengthening out and tucking the toes and just stretching through the back side of the leg. And then before we switch to the other side, we'll take a child's pose, bringing the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat. Come down to your bolster if you'd like to have a little more support here. And just walk the hands out. Rest here, surrendering the heart space to the earth beneath you. Breathing through this space, thinking about expanding on the inhale and softening towards the earth on the exhale. Maybe coming back to that mantra, just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not worry. Gaze comes towards the fingertips. Walk the hands back, coming up slowly. Releasing your bolster. We'll come back through tabletop. Move into the opposite side for fidget. Drawing the left knee towards the left wrist. Flipping that leg open. And extending the right leg back. Lowering the hips down towards the mat, using support as needed. Find where you'd like to be here. Notice it may be different than the other side, and that's okay. Take a couple of deep breaths as you soften into the pose. And come to a seated position. Easy seated pose, Sukhasana. And finding your sit bones beneath you in the base of your spine, connected with the earth. Take a moment to lengthen the spine. Bring the heart center floor. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Crown reaching. Take a couple of breaths here. Just to ground and center. We'll bring the legs out long. Toes flexed towards the body. They can have to be close together. They can be a little bit apart. That's okay too. And keeping that length in your spine, keeping the back nice and straight, walk the hands out and notice where you begin to feel sensation. Maybe in the back of the legs, in the lower back. Wherever that is, just pause for a few breaths here. You can stay here, or you can let the shoulders round, the head come towards the earth, rounding through the back side of the body. If you want to place blocks here to support your forehead, you can. And the hands can rest on top of the legs or at the sides, whatever's most comfortable here. And as we breathe here, see if you can follow the breath from the crown of your head all the way down the back side of the body to the soles of your feet. Just following the breath down towards the soles of your feet on the exhale. And on the inhale, drawing the breath back up the spine to the crown of your head. Want the shoulders round, and the back side of the body release here. If you're still holding anything in the shoulders, thinking about that energy just rolling off the back. Any of your worries just rolling down the back and into the earth. On the inhale, walking the hands back. Slowly come up. Cross the legs. Coming back into some cross neck. Sweeping the arms skyward, lengthening. And then exhaling, bringing the left hand to the right knee, right fingertips to the mat. Thinking about lengthening a little on the inhale and on the exhale, surrendering to opening just a little more to the right if that feels good to you. Your gaze can come towards the right shoulder. If you're still feeling any tension in the solar plexus, in the belly, it needs to be released. Let the exhale bring that release, inviting all those energies to leave the body. On your next inhale, sweep that right arm around, just all the way around overhead, slowly coming to the left knee. With both arms crossed in front, allow the spine to round a little here, just releasing. And easing into that other side, bringing the left fingertips out to the mat, lengthening through the spine as you come up, exhale, releasing and opening to the left side. Come back to the breath. Just notice how the breath is flowing in your body at this present moment. It feels shallow, maybe unwind slightly. See if that changes anything. On your next inhale, sweeping that left arm forward, circling around, opening up that shoulder, left hand to the right knee, and folding forward through center, gently bowing the head. Release the hands, coming all the way up. We'll move into supported fish. So if you'd like to use your bolster to lay on or blocks, the choice is yours, whatever feels good today for you. And just lowering down on that support, taking a couple of moments to just find a comfortable position to rest. Arms coming out to the sides to a T. The knees can be bent. You can take that butterfly posture with the soles of the feet together, or let the legs be long. It's up to you. Whatever feels nourishing here. Once you've settled, just come back to an awareness of the heart center. Notice the breath again. The space open. Connecting with our heart. If there's anything weighing heavy on your heart, invite it to release. Inviting in a sense of peace and calm into the heart space.
Gently make your way out of the pose, moving props to the side. And then laying down and finding Shavasana. Whatever variation you would like. Having the knees bent, or the legs out long. Bring the arms to your sides. Palms facing up to receive, palms facing down to ground. And take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. And just begin to let go of your practice today. Let go of any worry about anything that did or didn't happen as expected. Just come into the body. Allow yourself to rest, to integrate all the work that you've done today. If there's anywhere that is still speaking to you, inviting healing energy to ease into these spaces, to provide comfort and healing. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Deepen the breath. And take your time coming to a seated position. Bringing the hands to the heart space as we prepare to enter into a new year. This is our final practice of 2024. Just taking a moment to reflect in gratitude here for all the practices that we've shared together in this space and virtually. All the time that you've taken to connect with yourself, to come to your mat, to be here and just pause present. Grateful for bodies that can move through these practices in any way. Grateful to continue to practice in this beautiful space. I'm grateful to continue to practice with familiar faces and new faces in 2025. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.